What's up, guys? I am here with Nick Sims of Vista Murrieta, right-handed pitcher over here. Now, Nick, you are committed to Utah Valley University. Congrats. That is exciting. You said you are one of how many? Is it 7 recruits on this team that are now committed to D1 school?
Yes, there are 8 D1 guys on this team. This is a good program. These are a lot of good players.
Just another one over here. Now, what are you looking forward to the most about playing at Utah Valley?
I mean, just the D1 experience in general. It's going to be fun going to SEC schools, playing at these big schools that they're known for baseball, and especially my older brother, he's the catcher there. Wow. So I'll be pitching to him, and then my cousin is an infielder there, so I'm throwing it to my brother and he's throwing it down to my cousin, so we got a whole family reunion over there, so it's pretty sweet.
It's a little family affair going over there. So was there anyone that was sort of a mentor to you in helping you with that decision? I'm assuming it would be your family, but anyone else?
Yes, definitely my dad and my mom, my parents, but my dad, he played for the Florida Marlins. He was a catcher. Me and my brother were catching when we were younger, and my brother kind of took that role, and I decided to take the pitching route out of it. Yeah. But he taught us everything we needed to know, and ever since that, I just fell in love with the game.
What were those moments like growing up with your dad helping you out and your brother helping you out? Was your dad sort of one to, be loud behind the scenes or out in the stand, or is he just kind of like keep his mouth shut? What is that like?
No, he's the most humble guy you'll ever meet. He's very quiet, but I mean, you gotta, in order to impress him, it's got to be a perfect game. So he loves fight and everything. It's a mentality sport to him. It's all mental, like 90% mental and 10% physical. He loves the sport, and he's just a great role model.
Now, this team is currently undefeated in the Southwestern League. What is it about this current team that is so special?
I believe it's just the energy we give in their dugout. All the players are always hyping each other up, and our hitters are doing a great job at the plate, and our pitchers are throwing up zeros. I think we got a 1-point-something ERA. I don't really know, but we're doing great as a pitching staff, and we got to give it to our hitters as well, because they're absolutely amazing, getting base hits every single at bat, so they're doing great.
And this is Coach Matlock's first year here as the head coach, previously an assistant coach for this team. How much has he helped with the development of this team?
He's been awesome. He's also a very, very humble guy, and he's just a great role model to all of our players, and he's just very respectful. So when you're down in a situation, he'll come up, talk to you, and just help you out through any situation.
The exact type of coach that you would want right there, helping you out. Now, you are someone who has been on this varsity team for the past 3 years. What has it been like to transition from being a sophomore, a little underclassman, now becoming a senior on this team and helping lead this team?
I remember my sophomore year. It was scary. I came in here and I was like, you know what? I got to show them what I got. My brother's behind the dish because he was a senior, graduated in 2017. If I threw a ball, he'd get a little upset at me, and it was just like, dang, man, it's my first year. Come on. And I mean, I just had to push through it. And all those seniors, it was a big senior team. I think it was 11 seniors, and they were all starters too. So when I got to pitch out there, it was just me playing with my older brothers, really. So it was awesome.
Those were a bunch of guys that I'm assuming you had relationships with because of your brother, right?
Yes, they were very close. All these guys grew up in the Murrieta area, Temecula, Murrieta, all grew up playing baseball together. So they all had a good bond. So
it made it nice and comfortable for you guys. Now, what would you say is a moment or a game that stands out to you? We'll go with from this year. Any sort of moment?
So our very first game of the season, we played Palm Desert. Unfortunately, I didn't get to start that game, but I was always ready in the bullpen, and it came to a tough situation. It was 3-2, I believe, bases loaded, and I had to get out of the innings, and they were in walk-off positions, so it was really tough up there. So I had to make sure I'd get that pitch, and I did my best, and I did a great job, so I got out of it.
Good for you. Yeah, we were talking a little bit beforehand about how I was saying, I'm sure you're used to these high-pressure situations. If your team comes up behind us or in front of the camera and starts kind of messing around with us, I'm sure you're used to it at this point. So that just proves it that you were able to overcome that at the time. Now, what about any fun memories that stand out to you? You said this is sort of a rowdy group of guys out here.
I mean, these guys, they're just a whole bunch of knuckleheads. It's just fun being out here. So it's just whenever there's guys on base, we're chirping at the other dugout. You're not supposed to do that, but we chirp a lot. They chirp, and it's just a good environment. It's just a fun environment to play in because I love I love when the other dugout chirps at you, and you're just on the mound and you got to shut them down one way or another. So it's just a fun little thing when everyone's chirping at each other.
Yeah, it makes it so much fun to be out there chirping up against each other. Makes the I don't even know. Makes it so much more competitive in a way.
Exactly.
Playing in the Southwestern League, that's a very competitive league. And, you know, it seems like most of the teams really, you don't have one specific rival, but that the entire league sort of is one big rival. What is it like competing in that league?
I mean, every game it's you're facing it's your enemy. So it's like any team in league, it's just like it's another baseball game, but it's just a tough game because it's just these teams they're all your friends. Like you grew up with all these guys, so it's like you need to beat them somehow. So yeah.
And how would you say you guys have been doing so far this season?
I mean, we've been doing great. Same with the bats and pitching. That's what's been picking us up. So we're gonna continue to do that.
And one last question for yourself. Senior year, of course, you're going to go off to sort of bigger and better things next year. How do you want to be remembered when you leave Vista Murrieta?
I mean, I just want to be remembered as the hard worker in the weight room and on the field. Just giving 110% always, and always respecting your coaches and always be coachable. So, yeah.
That's perfect right there. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
That's all for this Top Recruit.